So, welcome back guys to a brand new video. Now today, we are going to be going through the new Community Crunch 269 for ARK Survival Evolved. There is quite a lot to go through guys, because obviously one of the main points being that Genesis Part 2 isn't coming out now until June the 2nd, but there is a lot of other things that Wildcard have talked to us about, and there is a big stream coming up as well, which sounds really cool. Now, as always, if you guys do enjoy all of these ARK news videos, smash that like button. Let's see if we can get over 700 likes on today's video. Subscribe if you're new around here, as we're nearly 195,000 subscribers, getting close to 200k for the end of ARK 1. Now, let's get in with the Community Crunch. As you can see, 269, Astradelphis, Twitch Gaming Weekly Show, and more. We're at the home stretch for Genesis 2 launch, and we're sharing the last few things before you can get to hop in to the Experience Genesis for yourself. Check out the latest post for an update to the Genesis 2 release and take a listen at the main theme. We'll do this at the end of the video if you guys do want to see it and you haven't seen it already. So, Twitch Gaming Weekly Show. Join us on the Thursday, 27th of May at 9 AM PST as we go live on Twitch Gaming for the weekly show. Come hang out as we chat about Genesis 2 and hang out with the community. Oh, and we'll be sharing something you haven't seen before. So that is very, very interesting there. Obviously, one of the coolest things being that, we're going to be getting something completely new and more reveals coming up very nicely. So I will be streaming this, and hopefully I'll be able to be on stream for as much as I possibly can for this stream, which should be good, and I'm looking forward to that. And then, obviously, and they then go on to say, and now onto some things that you may have seen. Now, these things are always a bit like, they're pretty cool because some people haven't seen them, but most people by now have. That's the only frustrating thing with the Community Crunch. Sometimes they sort of reuse content that they've used a lot over Twitter, but I know some people use Survive the Ark as their main form. But it is cool to find out about this weekly show. I would rather it have been on the Wednesday, because obviously that's the time that everyone sort of booked ready for Genesis Part 2, but it's the day after Genesis Part 2 was meant to be coming out, which is really frustrating. But obviously you've got to sort some things out for that. But then obviously moving on to some of the other things, there was the Summoner, which I've made quite a few videos on and talked about. It's basically going to be some Guardian, like a guard of the of Rockwell himself. Looks pretty cool. Obviously they kind of need to update the the Genesis Part 2 26th of May to 2nd of June now. That doesn't look too great. For this one, as you can see, they haven't actually got that there. For this, they said, this is why we kind of know it was a guard. You'll have to summon some real courage if you've just been seen by this watchful guard. Perhaps it's better just to run. So that's basically the idea. And then obviously the Astradelphis we saw. We know that this is going to be a space dolphin, which is really cool. And then obviously it's got its tech wingsuit on the background, as you can see. So that wingsuit will be able to do like extra boosts. It will have rockets. It will have other laser weapons and stuff. Looks really, really cool. And then something that we went through in our last video, where we did like a little bit of a breakdown of the key art in Genesis Part 2. As you can see the Astradelphis in its full force over there. Another one there with the tech wingsuit on. And I actually think that's where the Survivor is saddled, in that like little like spacecraft saddle thing. And then we've got a Strider, we've got the minigun, the Noglin, the maewing, which turns out to be a lot bigger than we expected, the tech bow, the exomech, Shadowmane, tech pistol. There's actually a parasol down there with a special variant Carno. There's a summoner fighting some survivors here. We've got Rockwell in the background. A voidwyrm there as well, which is like sort of the tech wyvern. We've got the hoversails, some more summoners in the background, and a little bit of the rest of the biome from the ring coming into Genesis Part 2. Now, obviously, there are loads of different wallpapers that you guys would have seen already, which I'm not going to go through just because I've gone through quite a few of them now. But so far, if you guys haven't seen, there is a reveal and wallpaper for Exomech, Egg Incubator, maewing, Federation Cropplot, Shadowmane, Loadout Mannequin, Canoe, Noglin, Minigun, Tech Hoversail, Ammo Box, Tech Phase Pistol, Tech Bow, Flora, which is a new plant, and the Strider coming. Now, if you don't know what this is, because this is the only thing we haven't gone through, this is the new Flora, but it's basically just like one of those like fly trap things, but not for flies, for survivors, which looks cool. there was an Evo event which does finish today. Wildcard are releasing quite a few Evo events at the moment, and I kind of feel like they did this Evo event because we were all a bit sad that Genesis has been delayed, to think that we're meant to be playing it in 2 days and now we won't, which is really, really frustrating. But still, times 2 breeded, times 2 taming, times 2 harvesting, times 2 XP, and it is still live for a few more hours if you want to make the most of that. The community corner, as always, this is a really, really cool one. It's a showcase of the Millennium Falcon. I nearly didn't say that right, from Star Wars. Creator is Captain Fat Dog. They obviously show a few things from the content creators all around on YouTube. Then we've got the fan art. So we've got a trike as seen on screen there. We've got a Baryonyx in the morning. I really like this one. It's like quite a relaxing photo. We've got another Brachiosaurus here. I think we've seen one in the past, but this is a really cool design of it. We've got some things saying rest well, friends. So by the looks of things, it was the end of one of their Parasaur buddies in obviously the game. We've got some more. This is a really, really cool one. You've got the Ferox, the Manners there. You've got Direwolf. That's quite nice by Drawolf, which I think is from the Discord. We've got then a Noglin design here, which is looking at a red button, I think, which is interesting. And then the one that I wanted to show you guys as another reveal for Genesis Part 2 is the in-game screenshot of the Shadowmane. Now, I think some people get to do testings for certain like dinos and Genesis and stuff, and by the looks of things, this person got their hands, I don't know, Red Gear got their hands on a model of the Shadowmane in-game with the Federation tech suit on as well. So I don't know whether this is someone that's been able to test Genesis out, or whether it's someone that has somehow imported the model into the game, which is very, very cool. I'm extremely jealous. If you are the person watching this video and you are on the Shadowmane, please let me know, because I would love to know how you've done that. This again is a really cool one by Isabel. Pictures of ARK, a Baryonyx up close. Really, really nice design there. I like the look of that. And then a special variant Spino, which looks unbelievable. I think this might be on a modded map, if I'm correct. Modded version of the Spino. And then they say, see you at the Twitch Gaming Show next week, Studio Wildcard. So, as you can see, that is the full community crunch that is coming out, obviously, for Genesis Part 2. This page here that they do link us to is the one that, you know, I was talking about with Genesis being delayed. They basically said they've got to update the community with what's going on, and they say the final chapter of ARK Survival Evolved story is by far the most exciting and the most ambitious expansion we've yet created. We're so excited to share it with you, and proud of the team's immense efforts, creativity and passion. We truly believe Genesis 2 will be something special and a fitting story conclusion to the journey you've taken with us over ARK in the last 6 years, and we hope our players will feel likewise. Then they go on to talk about how, obviously, you know, with the whole pandemic going on, they've been fully remote working from home, which is obviously quite unique, a lot of unique challenges that they've had to do, especially releasing the final DLC. They're saying basically that the massive scope of Genesis Part 2 and our personally set challenge of ending ARK 1 with a bang was compounded by the team having to work from home all the way for the forthcoming release. So they said, we've made the decision to delay the launch by 1 week until June 2nd, just in time for the 6th anniversary of ARK. So also they said that it's going to be, this is the best way to get it, Genesis Part 2 releasing exactly the same day on Steam, Epic Games Store, Xbox and PlayStation, so no one is missing out on that day. And they also mentioned, we thank you for your patience, and we hope that you get to play Genesis Part 2 and take the first steps to the end, and then they put, or a new beginning, that we will agree that the wait has been worth it. And then they say, hang in there, survivors, we're almost home, as HNA would say. So, interesting things going on here, and then there is a Genesis Part 2 theme tune that I'll play like a little bit of for you guys to listen to. It sounds pretty cool. I'll probably skip a few bits as well, and it says your survival ends June 2nd. Yeah, that's basically the you know, the main thing that of the theme tune that's coming to Genesis Part 2. Sounds pretty cool in my eyes. We looked at it in the other video, but yeah, that's pretty much everything going on with ARK Survival Evolved right now. Make sure to tune in to Wildcard or my stream for the weekly show. I'm not sure how long it's going to be. It's probably a few hours, especially as they're going to be sharing something that we haven't seen before as well, which is very, very interesting. But apart from that, guys, that is going to be the end of today's video. Smash that like button if you did enjoy it. Subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll catch you in my next video coming up very soon. See you guys later.